Folks, let's talk about air travel. It's a mess, again. Just when you thought it was safe to pack your carry-on, British Airways and Virgin Atlantic are cancelling hundreds of flights. That's right, hundreds. Picture this. You're finally going on that long-awaited vacation, ticket in hand, only to be hit with a notification that screams, "Flight cancelled." Brutal. This isn't some random computer glitch, though. Oh no, this time it's engine trouble. And not just any engine, we're talking Rolls-Royce. Yes, the luxury car people also make airplane engines. Who knew? But here's the kicker. These engines are grounded, and getting them back in the air is proving trickier than parallel parking a double-decker bus. So what's the deal with these Rolls-Royce engines? They're called Trent 1000 and they power a lot of Boeing 787 Dreamliners. Sounds fancy, right? Except when they're not working. Apparently these engines have a bit of a durability issue. We're not talking about a loose screw here, folks. We're talking about parts wearing out faster than a cheap pair of flip-flops on a summer hike. And when I say parts, I mean a lot of parts. These engines are complex beasts, and getting replacements isn't like popping down to the local auto parts store. We're talking specialized components, long lead times, and a whole lot of finger pointing. It's enough to make your head spin faster than a turbine blade. Now let's talk numbers. British Airways alone has axed over 500 flights. Virgin Atlantic is also feeling the pain, though they haven't released exact numbers. That's thousands of passengers, folks. Thousands of travel plans disrupted, vacations delayed, and business trips thrown into chaos. The worst part? It's not just a one-off thing. These cancellations are expected to continue for weeks. Weeks, people! And it's not just any flights being affected. We're talking long-haul routes to places like the US and Asia. So if you were planning on jetting off to Disneyland or that important business meeting in Tokyo, you might want to check your flight status and maybe pack a good book or 5. Section 4, the broken chain. Why can't they just fix it? You might be wondering, why can't they just fix these engines? Well, it's complicated. Remember those specialized parts I mentioned? Turns out getting hold of them is like trying to find a decent bagel in the Sahara Desert. There's a global shortage, you see. Seems like everyone and their grandmother needs these parts. And even when they do manage to get their hands on them, there's a backlog of maintenance. There simply aren't enough qualified technicians to fix all these engines fast enough. It's a perfect storm of supply chain issues, labor shortages, and good old-fashioned bad luck. Section 5, what's next? So, what does this all mean for the future of air travel? Well, it's not exactly rosy. These engine troubles are a stark reminder of just how fragile the aviation industry is. One little hiccup in the supply chain and boom, thousands of flights grounded. But hey, don't despair just yet. This is a developing story and things are changing by the day. The best thing you can do is stay informed. Check your flight status regularly, keep abreast of the news, and maybe consider investing in a good travel insurance policy. Because let's face it, in the wild world of air travel, you never know what's going to happen next. Stay tuned, folks.